What if your morning coffee is not just a habit, but a biological switch? After 60, your body can look stable on the outside while collapsing quietly inside. Most people think aging is just slower movement and weaker joints. But the real threat is invisible, and it builds like rust inside a machine. Your cells lose power, your repair system shrinks, and your metabolism starts misfiring. And those three changes feed each other like a loop you never notice. Here is the scary part. By the time many people feel older, their cells are already running on reduced energy. Their mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside every cell, are producing less usable fuel. At the same time, stem cells, the repair crew that patches daily damage, become scarce. And metabolism shifts toward constant glucose burning, like a car stuck in first gear. That shift matters because it reshapes inflammation, insulin signaling, and long-term disease risk. Most people believe these declines are separate, random, and unavoidable. That belief makes aging feel like gravity, heavy and permanent. But biology is not only time passing. Biology is also signals, and signals can be changed. Now, here is the counterintuitive truth. One specific dietary fat can change your fuel signals without extreme dieting. It can raise ketones even if you are not fasting. And ketones are not just backup fuel. They are messages that tell cells how to behave. Think of ketones like clean electricity during a city blackout. They keep essential systems running while reducing strain on the grid. In the body, that can mean better fat oxidation, calmer insulin demand, and healthier cellular repair patterns. So what is the promise of this video? I will show you how one ingredient added to coffee can influence visceral fat burning. I will explain how it supports mitochondrial signaling and stem cell protection pathways. And I will clarify what the science does and does not prove about cancer metabolism. No hype, no miracle claims, just mechanisms, evidence, and realistic expectations. Because once you understand the mechanism, you stop guessing, and you start using your breakfast as a tool instead of a routine. After the age of 60, many people feel their health slowly drifting downward. Energy declines, recovery slows, weight gain becomes easier even with the same habits. This pattern is not random. Researchers describe it as metabolic convergence. Three biological declines begin reinforcing each other simultaneously. The first involves mitochondrial dysfunction. Mitochondria generate ATP, the energy currency used by every cell in the body. When mitochondria become damaged or reduced in number, cellular energy production falls. Muscles fatigue faster. Brain cells work less efficiently. Metabolism becomes less flexible. The second decline involves stem cells. Stem cells act like the body's repair engineers. They replace damaged tissue and maintain organ health across decades. But aging dramatically reduces the number of active stem cells circulating in the body. Some research suggests declines of 60% or more. When repair capacity falls, damaged cells accumulate throughout tissues. The third decline occurs in metabolic regulation. Cells gradually lose sensitivity to insulin. As insulin resistance develops, metabolism becomes increasingly dependent on glucose. Constant glucose metabolism increases oxidative stress and inflammatory signaling. Now, these three systems begin interacting. Damaged mitochondria produce more reactive oxygen species. These unstable molecules behave like sparks escaping from faulty wiring. They damage proteins, membranes, and even DNA inside stem cells. As stem cells become impaired, the body's repair capacity weakens further. Old, dysfunctional cells accumulate faster than new, healthy ones appear. This creates a metabolic environment that accelerates aging, fat accumulation, and disease risk. However, researchers have discovered something important. The type of fuel cells used can influence all three systems simultaneously. When cells rely heavily on glucose, mitochondrial stress increases. But when metabolism shifts toward ketones, several protective pathways activate. And one compound can trigger this metabolic shift even without strict dieting. That compound is caprylic acid, also known as C8-MCT oil. Most dietary fats follow a slow metabolic journey through the body. Long-chain triglycerides must be digested, packaged, and transported through the lymphatic system. Before reaching circulation, much of that fat becomes stored in adipose tissue. It is similar to freight being unloaded into warehouses before reaching its destination. Because of this slow process, many fats are easily stored instead of burned. Medium-chain triglycerides behave differently. Their shorter carbon structure changes how the body processes them. Instead of traveling through lymphatic circulation, they move directly to the liver. They pass through the portal vein, like an express highway connecting the gut to liver cells. Once inside the liver, these fats are rapidly converted into ketones. One of the most important ketones produced is beta-hydroxybutyrate. Ketones are alternative fuel molecules, normally generated during fasting. During fasting, the body converts stored fat into ketones to fuel the brain and muscles. But C8-MCT oil can raise ketone levels even when carbohydrates are still present. In other words, it creates mild nutritional ketosis without strict dieting. Ketones function like an alternative energy grid inside the body. Instead of relying entirely on glucose, cells begin drawing energy from fat-derived molecules. As ketone levels rise, metabolic regulators inside cells begin activating. Two of the most important are PPAR-alpha and AMPK. These proteins function like switches, controlling how energy is produced and burned. PPAR-alpha increases fat oxidation within mitochondria. AMPK acts as a cellular fuel gauge that activates when energy demand rises. Together, these signals encourage the body to burn fat more efficiently. They also activate pathways linked to mitochondrial repair and regeneration. One of the most significant changes during aging is the gradual loss of mitochondria. Between early adulthood and later life, mitochondrial density can decline by nearly 50%. Fewer mitochondria means less cellular energy available throughout the body. Fatigue increases, metabolism slows, fat oxidation becomes less efficient. It is like running an entire city with half the number of power plants. The system still functions, but efficiency drops dramatically. However, the body contains a molecular switch capable of building new mitochondria. That switch is a protein called PGC1-alpha. PGC1-alpha acts as a master regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis. When activated, it stimulates genes responsible for mitochondrial replication and repair. In simple terms, cells begin building new energy factories. Research suggests ketone bodies, such as beta-hydroxybutyrate, may stimulate this pathway. Several metabolic studies have observed increased PGC1-alpha expression when ketone availability rises. As new mitochondria form, cellular energy production improves. ATP generation increases. Fat oxidation becomes more efficient. Metabolic resilience begins improving across tissues. Instead of depending entirely on glucose, cells regain the ability to use multiple fuel sources. This metabolic flexibility is one of the hallmarks of healthy aging. And ketone signaling appears capable of supporting that flexibility. Stem cells are the body's long-term repair system. They regenerate damaged tissue in muscles, bones, blood vessels, and organs. Two important types include hematopoietic stem cells in bone marrow and mesenchymal stem cells found in connective tissues. However, stem cell populations decline significantly with age. Circulating stem cells may decrease by 60 to 70% over time. With fewer repair cells available, damaged tissue accumulates across the body. Organs become less efficient. Recovery from injury slows dramatically. Recent research suggests ketones may influence stem cell regulation. Beta-hydroxybutyrate acts not only as a fuel molecule, but also as a signaling compound. It interacts with histone deacetylase pathways that regulate gene expression. Through these pathways, ketones may help maintain stem cells in a protective state known as quiescence. Quiescent stem cells remain dormant but healthy. They are preserved until the body signals that repair is needed. This protective state prevents stem cells from becoming exhausted too quickly. A study published in Nature demonstrated that ketone signaling plays a role in maintaining stem cell integrity. By supporting this protective environment, ketones may help preserve the regenerative capacity of stem cell pools. This does not create new stem cells directly, but it may help maintain the ones already present for longer periods. Nearly a century ago, biochemist Otto Warburg observed a striking pattern in cancer cells. Many tumors consume glucose at extremely high rates. Even when oxygen is available, they rely heavily on glycolysis for energy. This phenomenon is known as the Warburg effect. Because of dysfunctional mitochondria, many cancer cells cannot efficiently use ketones as fuel. Healthy cells with functional mitochondria can adapt to multiple energy sources, but cancer cells often have limited metabolic flexibility. When ketone levels rise and glucose levels fall, the metabolic environment shifts. Healthy cells adapt by burning ketones. Cancer cells struggle because their metabolic systems are less adaptable. Several experimental studies have shown reduced tumor growth in environments with lower glucose and elevated ketone levels. This does not mean ketones cure cancer, but metabolic conditions clearly influence how cells grow and survive. Creating a metabolic environment that supports healthy cells while stressing dysfunctional cells may help improve overall metabolic health. Caffeine stimulates lipolysis, the release of fatty acids from stored body fat. This occurs through activation of hormone-sensitive lipase. However, releasing fat is not the same as burning fat. If the body does not use those fatty acids as fuel, they can be stored again. Think of it like unloading fuel from storage tanks without running the engines. Ketones created from MCT oil increase mitochondrial demand for fuel. Cells become more prepared to oxidize fatty acids for energy. When caffeine releases fatty acids and ketones increase oxidation capacity, the two systems reinforce each other. Fat mobilization meets immediate fuel demand. This metabolic partnership explains why MCT oil is often added to morning coffee. During the fasted state, insulin levels are lowest and fat metabolism is most active. In this environment, caffeine and ketones may work together to support fat oxidation and metabolic flexibility. The human body remains remarkably adaptable even later in life. Cellular metabolism can respond to simple changes in fuel signaling. Mitochondrial activity can improve. Stem cell health can be supported. Metabolic flexibility can return. These changes do not happen because of a single miracle compound. They occur when consistent biological signals are repeated over time. However, metabolic interventions must always match individual health conditions. People with liver disease, advanced diabetes, pancreatic disorders, or those taking glucose-lowering medications should consult a qualified healthcare professional before using concentrated MCT supplements. Health optimization is never about shortcuts. It is about understanding the signals that guide your biology. If you want to keep exploring how hormones, metabolism, and cellular pathways shape your health beyond diet trends, subscribe to What Science Reveals. Because when you understand the science behind your body, everyday habits become powerful metabolic decisions.